This is my first YouTube video, and you might be asking yourself, first things first, you want to know, is this going to be worth my time? That's fair. I am not somebody who wastes my own time, or at least I try not to. So if this is going to waste your time, that is okay. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself first, and then I'll tell you why I'm making these videos. I love the feeling of passing things on that I've learned and things that have helped me and things that have inspired me. Sharing that information for me is part of the joy. So who am I? My name is Bailey, and I'm a 27-year-old lady in Portland, Oregon. I live with my husband, Johnny, of 7 years, in a tiny house in the backyard of my in-laws' rental. There's a long story behind why we live back here that I will not bore you with this time. Together, Johnny and I have gone on a wild ride. Wild. So ultimately, we've gone on this ride because we've been pursuing meaning and contribution and growth together and trying to figure that out. I've had this desire for a long time to crack the code on what makes us feel significant and what makes us like ourselves and what makes us enjoy our lives and how to best interact with ourselves and each other in this confusing world. I guess I've become a specialist in all things self-development. This started from a really young age, probably the age of 6, but I remember vividly the age of 10 getting my first journal, and I started writing immediately. I probably have close to 40 journals from the age of 10 to now. And not only did I write in journals, I wrote poetry and I wrote songs and I played music. And these were all ways that I grew as a child and through high school and adulthood. So I've been doing self-care and self-development for a very long time on my own. I met Johnny when I was 18, and we got married really quickly after. We got married when we were 20, and we jumped right into a crazy life, like I mentioned, and both of us had this insatiable desire to grow and to contribute. So that got us into a lot of weird situations, but ultimately it connected us and propelled us to where we are now. I always thought that our local and global communities would be better off if we really focused on ourselves. Not in a typical selfish way, but in a way of caring for ourselves and discovering who we are and why we do the things that we do, and learning together. So these desires led me to my obsession for self-development. And so it's not a surprise that I pursued self-development through a few different avenues. The first was I did 2 years of herbal training through the School of Traditional Western Herbalism, so plant medicine. I wanted to know how to use plants medicinally so that I could heal myself without needing to go to the doctor. And I'm not against going to the doctor, but I wanted a lifestyle ritual of health that would maybe prevent me from having to go to the doctor in the future. So herbalism was my first thing I pursued, and then I pursued nutritional therapy. I got a nutritional therapy certification last year because I used to have really terrible allergies, so bad that I couldn't even go out in nature anymore without reacting to something. And I couldn't eat a lot of foods. And so I ended up using nutrition to heal a lot of those ailments, and then decided to get certified because of how big of an impact it had in my life and how much energy I had and my mood, I guess how my volatile moods were stabilized through diet. And then now, currently, I'm becoming certified as a strategic intervention coach, which simply is a life coach. So I'm hoping that this channel can become a place that I share the things that I've learned or the things that I'm currently learning, so that you might reap some of the benefits of my journey, and so that I can teach and share and grow my small businesses and connect with people. My highest intent is for others to really actually like themselves, enjoy their lives, and feel like they're contributing and that they're following their passions and caring for others around them. My desire is to help people find these things through all the things that I mentioned. So whether it's nutrition or herbs or self-development or writing or poetry, any of these things, they all kind of come together under the umbrella of self-development. So if any of these things speak to you, then please subscribe to my channel. There'll be many more things added to the mix as we are finishing up our tiny house and we are developing our property and we are renovating an Airstream. We have so many other really practical tips that we'd love to share, and I'd love to take you on some of my foraging adventures for plants and teach some harvesting stuff and some nutrition tips, and of course self-development. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. So if any of these things or if all of these things relate to you and you'd love to hear more about them, please subscribe to our channel. Johnny will be making appearances as well. So I really hope to see you all back here, and I appreciate your time.